sight into that.
Yep. I mean, in a perfect world, if we could say, hey, what would your perfect buyer buying their first house be like? When would they connect with you? It would probably be, have our first intro conversation 6 or 12 months before you really think that you're, in a position to buy it. Because you might be in a position now, but at bare minimum, it can prepare you. We can tell you about programs, how much money you put down. You can take a look at maybe your credit score is, see how your income matches up with price points in different parts of the city that you're actually targeting, see if it's realistic or not. So I'll never say it's too early to have a conversation, about buying your first home or your second home. That's my view on it. Steve and I'll argue about who you need to talk to first, realtor or banker. We'll never solve that. But the key is that you err on the side of doing it earlier as opposed to later.
Yeah.
No one ever got upset about getting things going too early in this world. Too late can cost you finding a home you love and not being there right on time.
That does happen quite a bit. Is like we'll get a call or a text out of the blue, like about something somebody sees on Zillow or Realtor.com or something. And they like want to go full steam ahead. And the cool thing is we can move really, really quickly. The challenging thing is if you're not ready to move quickly, it can become very, very cumbersome and very demoralizing very quickly, because you're like, oh crap, I need to have all this stuff together. And then it's like, well, all right, I'll just sign my lease for another year, right? So that's where the preparation piece is. How much do I want to spend a month? What's my current debt to income ratio look like? What does credit look like? All that stuff, because things with a good plan in place can improve very, very quickly.
Yeah, I was on the phone, someone called me literally on the way here, someone I'd never talked to before, and they found a house that they liked, they wanted to make an offer today. I said, okay, we never talked anything about your finances, and I'm not one to rush. I told them I can turn it around same day, your pre-approval. And they also want to have a co-signer, their parents, which you can do, but then you have to have separate conversations and things like that. And when you rush it, that's when you can skip a step, or maybe you get ahead of yourself. And when Steve will help you out, and Eric, when you're making offers, you may commit some money up front that you may not be able to get back if something goes wrong with your financing or something like that. So yeah, so it's good to be prepared, and it never bothers us to have those early conversations. So even if you have $1,000 to your name, it's not too early to say, hey, what can help me build a plan here, right?
Hey Drew, you might have mentioned this earlier. I'm not sure. I literally just had a conversation with somebody about a pre-approval. Mm-hmm. How long do they last? Typically, if you get that pre-approval, do all the work on the front end?
Yeah, which doesn't require any paperwork, by the way. It's just like an online application for a pre-approval or just a phone call with